All right, guys, it's Paul Singh, the Market Speculator, with the trade report for Wednesday, November 8, 2017. Let's start with the good, and that is the Qs, which have been leading here, up 0.06%, so essentially break even, but a green day. That's the good. Now, what we've been saying is the market is narrowing and extended, and usually that's going to lead to a pullback. So extended, slowing down, wouldn't be surprised to see a pullback in here, but overall still looking very strong. Now let's go to the neutral, which would be SPY, down 0.07%. Again, essentially break even, but extended. We want to see if it pulls back now. Does it hold 257.71? And we are down slightly pre-market across the board. So 257.71 is the level we want to see. Can we hold that level? Or not break down too much. But if we really start to slide here, I mean, we've got the old high here way down at 250, so we could see a really nasty pullback, or the 50-day moving average. So we want to see how the market handles that. Now let's go to the ugly, which is IWM, getting crushed yesterday, down 1.2%. Financials really getting hit, and some of the other areas that have actually been pretty strong lately, like department stores, airlines, trucks, a lot of transports here, doing really bad yesterday, and commodities. So steel, copper, and those types of things not really doing that great. So that's obviously a concern here. Basically, it's big tech, some earnings plays, and everything else down. So something to be aware of here. Market's really narrow in terms of what is working, and we're going to keep an eye on that. Maybe we bounce. We're getting to the 50-day moving average, so we'll keep an eye out on that. Energy is actually doing pretty good. It was down a little bit yesterday, but overall very strong. And then for oil, and then we have oil inventories, remember, every Wednesday, an hour after the open. That'll obviously impact the trend for oil. And energy down a little bit yesterday. Biotech really pulling back here. So we're looking for that re-entry, but we can't do it right now. Remember, we played the pop. We took profits at about the exact right spot, and now it's pulling back. We're going to see if we end up getting another entry, but right now we just have to sit back and watch. Housing has been lagging after this huge run here, but obviously we'll see at some point here if it starts to remount key levels and we can get in. China, really strong, gapping up here, and this morning is up slightly as well. And then semiconductors leading with the Qs. Current positions, Netflix is getting near stop level after yesterday's pullback here. Basically, we'll give it about a point or so, see how it holds the level. If it pulls back in here, I'll have to get out, even though overall I still think it's going to run at some point going to the end of the year. And then Buffalo Wild Wings showing some relative strength yesterday, up almost 1% here, still holding its 9. What we want to see. It's at 117.55. Our entry was in the 114s, and stop is down here. So we're a good 7-8 points away from stop level. Only 2 positions now. You can see in the market why I've been conservative here. Only 2 positions after taking a bunch of profits and a few stop outs. Basically have not been adding, and because I was a little concerned about the market. That being said, still some really good focus list stocks that could be good entries, and I won't hesitate to enter maybe 1 or 2 in the next couple of days. Facebook holding the 9, looking really strong. Google looking really strong, testing its highs. Amazon breaking to highs the day before, and yesterday up slightly, so really strong. Tesla making a little bit of a comeback here. So we had the big gap down, has not continued down, and we talked about watching this push into the gap range. That could be an entry. And the easiest entry would be if it gets back up over 321 to enter at that point once the gap down is invalidated. And you can see previous price action. Look at this gap down here. Look at this move down here. When they invalidate those key levels, that's when they make nice bounces. So we'll keep an eye on that in Tesla. AAOI, similar pattern here. This was a little bit of a continuation. This morning is actually gapping up over the 9, and we'll see if that level holds. But that would be a decent spot to enter with a target up here at around 48. Semiconductor stock that's been lagging. Monster here, holding the 9, looking really strong. You basically have an entry right here, right now. Energy stock with good earnings. DO holding the 9, pulling it back in a little bit, but still holding the 9, looking strong. Baidu, we're watching. We've already traded this once on the gap reversal, got out. Now watching for the break of the 9, and then Baba has been on fire. There was a little concern on earnings, but has come back here. So we're actually at a decent entry spot here, or you could wait for the intraday high of 191.22 to break. And then finally CMG, another gap down, potential gap down reversal play if it gets up over the 9. So that's what we're watching today. Okay to enter 1, maybe 2 positions. Don't get too aggressive. Keep an eye on the market. Again, narrowing, a little extended, could be a pullback, and then we wait for that pullback, and then when the market reveals itself ready to go into that late year run, we can get a lot more aggressive.